Got Kade here chopping up some parsley. We're going to put this into our Francaise batter, which is made with eggs, parsley, garlic, and Parmesan cheese. Something that you're going to see later on in life. A lot of restaurants, the fine dining restaurants, are using it now. It's one of the easiest garnishes that you can put on stuff, and it's really it's colorful. It tastes good, and that's one important thing about garnishes, is to make sure that when you have a garnish on something that it tastes good. So today we're going to make some tomato concasse. Okay, that's a French term, and basically all that means is the meat of the tomato. And what you're doing here is you're going to take your knife and you're going to take all the seeds away from the meat of the tomato, so all you have is just the meat left. Okay, we're going to put this to the side, and then we're going to take it and we're going to cut it in little strips. And then we're going to dice it. You usually want to make sure that all your dices are uniform and they look the same. Okay, when you're cutting. That's part of garnish too, is to make sure that all your cuts sort of look the same. I mean, no, it's hard because all fruits and vegetables are different shapes and sizes, but if you can keep them looking about the same size, it looks better on the plate presentation. And then basically what we're doing from here is we're going to add some olive oil. And then do you have some of your good Kade seasoning available that we can put on top of these tomatoes?
I do.
Okay, can you grab some for me?
Sure.
It's just a little olive oil and fresh seasoning.
Seasonal or smoky rub?
Whichever you prefer. We're going to do some chicken, so I guess the seasonal sounds great. But I really do like that smoked rub. It's good.
You know what? I have an idea. Let's put both.
That sounds great.
Put it on?
Yeah. Okay. That's good. You don't want to put too much on there because you want to be able to taste the tomato, the olive oil, and the seasoning all together. Very good. Good job, man.
Thanks.
Okay, now we're going to cut the rest of these up real quick. And we'll move on to the next step. Knife skills. Those come the more and more you use a knife. And I still got all 10 of my fingers. All right, the last piece here. Now, we're going to take that and we're going to put that in the trash, and we're going to add some more olive oil to this one. What about a little parsley? That looks pretty, doesn't it?
It looks good.
Okay, and we're going to set that off to the side and we're going to add that to our salad. The components that I like in my salad when I'm doing it is fresh avocado, and fresh avocados are in season right now. So we picked one up from the local store. When you're looking for an avocado, you want to just make sure that it's a little soft to the touch. You don't want to be able to push your fingers into it, but for it to give a little bit. If it's too hard, it's really not too appealing. Have you ever had a hard avocado? It's not too good, is it?
Not that good.
No, it tastes great. But this one looked pretty, so we're going to cut it open. In the base of avocado, you have a big seed. Okay? We'll take your knife. Gently put the knife into the seed. It comes right out. And you discard it. Then you quarter it. Then you take your finger and you gently pull the skin away from the avocado. It peels right away. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this avocado and we're going to slice it and add it to our salad. And then later on we'll come back and put our chicken francaise, which we're going to make the batter next with a little, we have the parsley that we put in there. We're going to put some garlic, some Parmesan, egg, We're gonna take the chicken, we're gonna pound it out, we're gonna season it real well, dredge it in flour, put it in the egg, and we're gonna cook it in the skillet. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's get after it. Slice them like so. Try it. And then when you put on the salad, you just lay it around. Make sure that they're all facing the same way. And that's gonna make your salad look pretty. See? Make sure all the curves are facing the same way. There you go. When I cut an avocado, I'll take my knife, and you want to cut it at an angle. Okay?
Okay.
So it looks like a half a moon. See? You can take your finger, line the knife up along your finger, and cut straight down the edge of your finger. Okay? And that holds the avocado in place. I'm gonna let you do the last one while I get the stuff ready back here, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. Oh, that's good, man. You catch it on quick. All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna take 3 eggs and I'm gonna crack them into our bowl. 1, 2, and 3. And discard the eggs. I'm gonna take a little garlic Tabasco, which is one of my favorites. We're gonna add a couple shots of that into the eggs. We're not gonna put any seasoning into the egg batter because we're gonna season our chicken with some of Kade's famous seasoning there. And we're also gonna take about a tablespoon of garlic and add it to the egg mixture. This is a fine pureed garlic. I like to use this product because it doesn't have big chunks in it. It's like a paste almost. So I use this product here, and then also some Parmesan cheese. This is a seasoned with oregano and different herbs. So it's gonna give it a great flavor on the outside of the chicken. And we're gonna grab our whisk. Make sure it's nice and clean, huh, Kade?
Mm-hmm.
And when we do chicken, we should always rinse it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna take and mix our egg, Parmesan, and parsley mix with our whisk. And this is actually gonna be the outside of the chicken. This is gonna be the batter. Most of the times you eat chicken that has like a flour or a breadcrumb batter. This is gonna be like a scrambled egg on the outside of your chicken.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty neat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those French, they come up with everything, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. All right, we got that all nice and mixed up well. We're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna clean off our cutting board real quick. And we're gonna lightly pound out our chicken tenders. We have chicken tenderloins that I'm gonna use. That's usually the best application for this because it's the tenderest part of the chicken and it absorbs the most flavor. So we're gonna take a piece of plastic wrap. Go ahead and tear it off. Set that here. We're gonna take our chicken tenders and lay them down. See, we got 4 pieces. I think that's gonna do it for the salad. We got 4 of us eating. And we're gonna put another piece of plastic on top of it. Gotta love that plastic wrap, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll grab this side and you grab the other. How about that? We're gonna lay it right on top of the chicken. All right, okay, we're gonna get that mallet and we're gonna gently pound them out just so they're flat. Now this is a very tender piece of meat, so you don't have to hit it too hard. Just hard enough to flatten it out. You want it to be about the same consistency all the way through the chicken. That way it cooks evenly when you're cooking it in the pan. So the top part up here, you need to make sure it's as flat as the bottom part. You see how it's yep, see right here? You need to push that down right there. There you go. Yeah, now that's all one flat, solid piece. And move on to the next one. There we go. And if you're not sure with your mallet, you can always take your hand, lay it down flat, and feel and make sure, put your hand on top of it. You see how flat and even the chicken is? Mm-hmm. That way you know you're done. Next one. Oh, that's a little too much, but that's okay. We can discard that. Just make sure you don't go through on the rest. There you go. Perfect. It's a very tender piece of meat. There you go. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to make sure our skillet is on the stove, starting to get hot. Mm-hmm. All right, now we're going to lay our chicken down into some flour so we can properly season them. Today we're going to use some of Kade's smoky seasoning rub, which is delicious, by the way, from anything from chicken to eggs. And we're just going to put them not too heavy, just a light coating of seasoning on top of them. This is a very delicate dish. You don't want to overpower it with seasoning. And okay, go ahead and we're going to flip them over and we're going to season the other side. Because you don't want one side of chicken to taste better than the other, do you? Mm-mm. Yeah, you got to treat them the same. So we're going to make sure there's a little seasoning on both sides of them. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken and our egg mixture, and we're going to move over here to our saute pan. Now that we're ready to put them in the pan, I'm going to test. We have oil in our pan. We have a medium to high heat. We want our oil to be just right, just like when you're frying an egg. So if you drop a little bit of egg in there and it starts to sizzle, it should be ready to go. You see how it's scrambling the egg? So what we'll do is we'll take our chicken and we'll dunk it into the egg mixture. Make sure that it coats very good on both sides, okay? Because you want this batter to coat it very well, because this is actually what gives the flavor to the dish. Then you'll take your bowl mixture, bring it close to the frying pan, and then you're going to lightly lay it into the grease. There you go. And you want to make sure it's just like you're frying an egg. Make sure it doesn't stick. Make sure your heat's high enough, which we're going to turn it up just a little bit. And you see, if you shake your pan a little bit, the egg will release in the grease. And you're just going to cook it on a low to medium heat. Sometimes medium to medium high, depending on your stove, until it forms a egg crust on both sides. Alright, once you get to a point, the egg turns brown on the outside of the chicken. You see how pretty the caramelization of the egg is on the outside of the chicken? Mm-hmm. That's when you want to turn it over and you let it finish cooking on the other side. Now you have to be careful with poultry. Just make sure that you cook it thoroughly. And you can also do this process with fish, like fresh redfish here locally, and also with shrimp. Shrimp is really good. I'm going to take and flip them back over. It's okay, you can keep flipping them back and forth. You just want the chicken to make sure that it cooks thoroughly, okay?
Okay.
See how nice and golden brown the egg gets on there?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep flipping them back and forth until they're cooked. Okay, we're taking our chicken out of our saute pan and we're going to put it on a little paper towel to absorb a little of that olive oil. Okay, why don't you grab that and bring it on over to our salad.
We have our salad with our avocado, our grilled chicken, and our tomato concasse, and my cousin's going to finish it from here.
Okay, after we got finished doing our chicken in the pan, which is Francaise, it wasn't grilled, but that's okay. It's Francaise, egg battered chicken. All I did is I took a little fresh garlic and lemon juice with the olive oil, and what you do is just drizzle it right on top, and that's going to be your dressing. It's kind of like making a dressing, hot dressing in the pan to finish off your salad. And then we finish it with a little of the Parmesan cheese that we put into the egg mixture. And now you got a simple, easy, first-class meal you can do yourself at home.
This is awesome!